Guys, what's going on? What is going on? Guys, here we are on a Monday, guys. We're going to do the day shift today, guys, because boy, oh boy, right? Guys, every now and then I just find clips that I just have to go live about. Boy, oh boy, guys, wait for this. Wait for this, guys. Just give me 1 second here. Let me go here real fast. Let me share my screen. Oops, wrong one. Wrong screen, guys. Wrong screen. Oops. Having some. All right, here we go. Let's see. 2000s guy. What's up, dude? Good to see you as usual. Reja is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, right? As usual. Thanks for the long time support of the channel, man. Steve is here. Steve is here. Good to see you, Steve. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Red Door is here. Now, guys, boy, oh, you know what? Here, let's break some news first, guys. Right? Here, and guys, as usual, drop the link to anyone who's coming up. Cat Wags is here. What's going on, guys? Hit the StreamYard link for anyone who's coming up. We'll do the first 15 minutes in the chat for everyone, and then we will go members only, guys. So make sure that you're already a member, guys. Hit the join button. Thanks to all you guys that are already members, man. I really, really appreciate the support. Hold on, guys. Let's do this. Got to do one thing here so I can get to my house keeping here. There we go. So yeah, guys, hit the StreamYard link for anyone who wants to join. And Red Door says she's making ribeyes. Nice, man. Guys, is there anything worse than vegans, right? I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Guys, can you imagine a world without steak, without bacon, without pork chops? You know what I'm saying? Without bacon-wrapped turkey leg. Come on, man. Now, guys, let's break some news. Oops. Let's break some news. Now, guys, what do we always hear, right? Us women don't need men, right? We're strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world. Guys, I can't think of a more insufferable feminist piece of trash than Tomi Lahren, right? You know what I mean? She's the absolute worst. Red Door says the Indian word for bad hunter is vegetarian. Lenny, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, right? You guys, make sure to hit the join button for all you guys that aren't members, guys. I appreciate that. Guys, anyone who is going up, hit the StreamYard link. Now, guys, once again, isn't it funny how they can talk out of both sides of their mouth and say that they don't need men and that marriage is patriarchy, right? But then have the term Peter Panning. Guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you heard the term Peter Panning, right? You know? Guys, Peter Panning is a whole thing where, like, men don't want to grow up. Men don't want to get married. Men want to stay home and play video games, right? But I thought you didn't need us. I thought that marriage was patriarchy, right? So what are you worried about us for? Guys, Tom Likas actually had a discussion back in the day. Maybe I'll do that as a daytime stream. It was called Peter Pan and the Modern Land or whatever. And this chick, she wrote this article about men being Peter Pan and men not growing up. And this is over 20 years ago, right? And of course, Tom Likas cooks her ass, right? Because here we are again, right? You guys, look at Tommy Lynn's turkey neck, right? Look at this, guys. She crashed into the wall, right? You know what I'm saying? And now she's a hater, you know? Look at this. Here we go, guys.
Maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. They did much the same thing with quiet quitting, where you can go to work and do less. And if you call it quiet quitting, it's somehow better. But Laura, I got to tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem.
Gee, could it be because these chicks don't want to even start trying to have kids until they're 35? Right? And the eggs are basically dried up? What are you talking about? These are, guys, these tradcon knuckleheads. It's all men's fault. It's all our fault. It's all, guys, men never walked away from the table.
They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's...
So that means it is the women, right, guys? She said you can't blame women, but we have a feminist problem in America. That means it is the women. You absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
Look at that. You guys, isn't it crazy how someone can actually be as dumb as they look?
It's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And therein lies a big part of the problem.
There it is, guys. Right? All men's fault. All Jermaine's fault, right? All Jermaine's fault. It's all our fault, right, guys? And this guy who posted this says, both of these women hate men. Facts. Tommy Lynn said men are trash. Laura Ingraham has adopted a child and became a single mother on purpose. Look, guys, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And they're supposed to be conservatives? And guys, the feminization of men comes from feminists and women because they're raising their sons. They're single moms, and they're raising their sons as to be beta males.
Beta male.
Look at that. These women are emblematic of most modern women. Young men wisely avoid both marriage and the jobs that are rigged against them. Facts. Facts. Look at these two shriveled up old knuckleheads right here, man. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and this chick here says, not all women are like this. Attending a traditional Catholic church, you will find some women who aren't like this. Please, hold on. Hold on, guys. Are you serious? Serious? Even the Catholic Church is pro-feminist. All of the washed up former OF chicks go to the Catholic Church. You are delusional. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This guy says traditional Catholic, LMAO. It's your previous pope. He was pro-LDHD TV, pro-mass migration communist. And you knew it's a liberal pro-migrant. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, dude. Look at that, man. Look at that. Guys, these new Catholic chicks are the whole backdoor no baby chicks, right? Where they're like, whoa, I've only had sex in the vag with one guy, but I let another 20 guys put it in the pooper. Therefore, I'm still chaste or whatever. Please. Look at that. Look at that. These chicks are cooked. Cooked. And of course, this guy here, men don't need to change their innate desire for self-sacrifice. It's what drives men to do things. What men need to do is learn discipline, self-control, and when men start controlling themselves below the belt, the game changes. Once again, they're all saying it's us men's fault. What a mess. Someone says men stepping back equals failure to launch, and women stepping away equals strong and independent. Look at that, man. This chick says Tommy Lahren is married, so she doesn't hate men, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, isn't that funny how Tommy Lahren, she's like 32 now. She's married to some former athlete, but has no children. And she's supposed to be a conservative chick? What a joke. What an absolute joke. And this is why, guys, the tradcon conservatives are I would say, even worse for men than these feminists, man. What an absolute joke. Guys, if anyone thinks, look, this person says Tommy Ingram, 61, Tommy Lahren, 32. The average age of the viewer, Fox, is 68 years old. This is the same boomer and women mindset that plagues the Democrats. It's the same nagging that drove men to the GOP. Stop asking women and boomers for their takes on young men. Facts. Look at this, guys. What a joke. Look at that, man. Guys, there's no reason for any man to ever pay attention to any of these absolute dunderheads. Yeah, the quartering says Tommy Lahren has 0 kids and Laura Ingram's unmarried. And here they say the problem with society is young men. They're both feminists in disguise. Facts. Absolute facts. What a joke. Guys, what do you think, right? Guys, what do you think? This guy says Laura Ingram's a single mom by choice with 3 adopted kids. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Look at that. Tommy Lahren's a pro-choice girl boss and dog mom who probably have 1 kid at most since she waited too long to get married. But men are the problem. Look at that, man. What a joke. What a joke, man. Guys, this is comedy, right? Look at that. What a mess. Anyways, guys, let's go to the courtroom, guys, because we haven't been in the courtroom in a while. So let's change up the ambiance, right? Guys, we'll do like another 5 minutes for everyone in the chat, and then we will go on members only, guys. And then either become a member or hit the call-in button to call in, guys. Guys, let's go to the courtroom here. Well, let's do the here you go.
You can't handle the truth.
Now, guys, there's a lot to this one, right? Guys, this guy right here is an absolute dunderhead. Emoji Mister, what's up, dude? Remix, what's up, dude? Captain Palsy's here. Matthew says, why hasn't she ever been married? Hey, she might be a dude at this point, right? We could, instead of Big Mike, we can call it Big Lawrence. Here we go, guys.
This person has been married to him for 24 months, managed to throw him out of his house and left him penniless. She called and canceled all of his credit cards so that he had no access to money. cleaned out the bank account.
Look at that.
And weirdly enough, I said, well, are the credit cards joint? He said, no, the credit cards were solely in my name, but she has my social security number. She called all the credit card companies and said that my credit cards were stolen. I've never seen somebody be so aggressive and vindictive and angry.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say?
And vindictive and angry.
This is the matter of Alt versus Alt, case number 25-01891-DO. Present in the virtual courtroom, we have both parties, as well as attorney Christian Krupp on behalf of the plaintiff and attorney Michaela Rehnquist on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Alt. We're here on the plaintiff's motion for a temporary order. And I also would indicate, Ms. Rehnquist, I didn't see that you filed an appearance.
Yes, my law firm did. Rachel Terpstra is the main attorney on this case, but Gilo Groom Terpstra McAvoy, I believe, filed an appearance, should have filed an appearance.
Recently?
Yes. Yes, looks like on March 24th, a appearance was filed.
Okay. It probably just hasn't made it to the file yet. I also did not see a response. Did you file a response?
Yes, we did.
No, guys, this guy got kicked out of his house that he's owned for 20 years. He lost his credit cards, right? He's losing everything to a chick that he's only been married to for 2 years. What a mess.
We also filed a response on March 24th.
Okay, just for future information, it's best to email my clerk the judge's copy because I don't use the paper copies anyway, and I get it quickly that way. But obviously, I haven't read it. So, all right, Mr. Krupp,
Thank you.
I have read the motion.
Yes, the facts aren't super complicated in a sense. And I don't think there's an issue. For example, each of them are going to have their respective vehicles. My client actually does have a motorcycle, which I understand the defendant is now hid. Obviously, we're going into the spring. In the winter, it wouldn't.
Guys, she hid his motorcycle.
But we are going into the spring, summer, and he would like to obviously have his motorcycle and have exclusive use of his motorcycle that was owned prior to the marriage. The big issue, obviously, is the house. I quite frankly, in 35 years of doing this, I haven't seen such a massive frontal attack by a person in a divorce, in a sense of she went and got a PTO to throw him out of his house that he owned prior to the marriage.
Got a protective order to throw him out of his house. So in other words, she probably called the cops on him. And said, he beat me. He abused me. Now he can't even go back to his own house. They're demons, man. Demons.
She called and canceled all of his credit cards so that he had no access to money, cleaned out the bank account, and then also got a PTO so he couldn't go back to his house. I've never seen such a frontal attack before a divorce is filed from somebody. So basically, he was homeless, living in his parents' basement with no money, no credit cards. He now has, and weirdly enough, I said, well, are the credit cards joint? He said, no, the credit cards were solely in my name, but she has my social security number. She called all the credit card companies and said that my credit cards were stolen, and then changed all the information to her email and her phone number as contact information.
Look at that.
On my credit cards. I've never seen somebody.
9 credit cards. She got them canceled, then put all the contact information in her name. And he's single. I'm sorry. He's living at his parents' house with no money because she kicked him out of the house and took everything. Guys, anyone? See, we aren't shocked over here. But there's still guys that actually think that they're going to get, Solomon, yeah. Yeah, the judge has her pronouns listed. He's cooked. Ben Flat, what's up, dude? Dante, how's it going, man?
He's so aggressive and vindictive and angry. So my client was basically like, he had to borrow money from his folks to even hire a lawyer because he had no credit cards, no nothing. That being said, At this point where we're at is my client purchased this home. The primary issue is exclusive use of the home. My client purchased this home in 2002.
He bought that house in 2002, guys. And now this chick that he's been married for 2 years wants that house. Look at that.
Owned this home for 23 years. These people have been married for 2 years. She got a PPO to throw him out of his own house that he owned for over 20 years prior to the marriage. My client right now is currently getting disability. The defendant is earning over $200,000 per year as a realtor.
You hear that, guys? He's on disability. She's making over $200,000 a year as a realtor, right? And she still wants his house, still wants the car, still wants his credit cards, all of that. They're demons, man. Demons. You guys cannot convince me otherwise. Demons, man.
Obviously, the equities are very clear in the sense that my client wants exclusive use of the home. He wants to go back to his house that he's owned for 20 years prior to the marriage. This person has been married to him for 24 months, managed to throw him out of his house and left him penniless. It's outrageous, quite frankly, in my opinion. But the gist of the matter is plain and simple. My client wants to be back in his house. We're requesting the court enter an order giving an exclusive use to his home that he owned for 20 years prior to the marriage. There are no minor children. This is a second marriage for everyone. I was asking my client, he thinks that it's his wife's 4th or 5th divorce. Unsure, but I'm guessing that's.
Do you guys hear that? He thinks that this is her 4th or 5th divorce. You moron. Why would you marry a chick that's been married that many times? Why, you dunderhead?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
That's how she knew how to do all this stuff. We're obviously arguing about the PPO. The PPO really doesn't matter in a sense. Once he's back in the house, he really doesn't care whether he has contact with her, doesn't need to have contact with her. That kind of ends the issue in a sense with that. It's a non-issue, but he does want to get back in his house. The thought that you could take a PPO and do the PPO ambush before the divorce is horrific. So we want exclusive use of the home. We want to get back in the house. My client needs a place to live. He's on disability.
You're repeating yourself, Mr. Krupp, and I did read the motion.
So
okay.
Anyway, that's where we're at, Your Honor. We want exclusive use of the home. I don't think the vehicles and the motorcycle are an issue. We are working through the credit card stuff, but obviously we also request the court enter an order that she not use his information to cancel credit cards.
All right, Ms. Rehnquist.
Thank you, Your Honor. So first, there's a lot of things that were just mentioned that were not in the motion, but I will say we reached out and we thought that we could get a proposed STIP as to the majority of the motion. We agree that they have their vehicles that are in their possession and that they pay the vehicle payments and insurance. We also agree that they will keep each other on their other insurances as well. They're both covered, and so we want to keep that for now. And we also agree to a temporary restraining order so that neither party can transfer, sell assets, anything like that, as well as not accumulate large amounts of joint debt during this pendency of this matter. So that part, I think we agree to. The only part that we don't agree to, as I think you can tell, is the exclusive use of the marital home. Frankly, the only dispute that we have is that, and it's because the plaintiff states in his motion that the parties are unable to cohabitate during this proceeding, but the reason is not elaborated on. The reason they can't cohabitate is because he came home on February 29th, stood over and was shaking my client, which necessitated and screaming, and she had to run to another room and call some mutual friends of theirs to get him to stop and to calm down and stop abusing her. And so,
do you guys believe any of this, right? Come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And he was abusing her, and he was so abusive. Please.
Frankly, if he never did any of that and the things that happened in the following days where he would show up screaming, pounding at the door, she had to call the police. Obviously, you know the facts of the PPO, so I won't go any further, but he's the whole reason why we have to decide who gets exclusive use of this marital home. And she's been living in it for the past month. Frankly, we believe that financially she's going to be the one that ends up with it, or they're going to have
Guys,
to
make sure to hit the like button. We have 41 people watching with 21 likes, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. I'd appreciate that.
All this financial stuff that's come up today is new to me. I don't believe that she has canceled any of his credit cards or done anything with this financial being. So that's something I think for a different day, if they can present evidence as to that. But we think that it would be wrong for the plaintiff to be rewarded for the actions that necessitated the PPO. And my client should not be forced to move out of the marital home that she very well may end up in.
See? The marital home that she very may well end up in. Look at that, guys. And it's his house. He's owned it for over 20 years. If she's probably going to end up getting that house. Look at that.
A pot smoking slut.
Clown world. What a... Emoji mister, man. Yeah. We need to stop doing this, guys. The only way to beat the system is just to the only way to beat a rigged game is not to play in the first place. Come on, right? Look at this. And guys, this guy knows he's cooked because the judge has these glasses that like match her blue hair and her little thing here, you know?
At the very least, we would like it for the pendency of the case, but at the very least, it seems like the plaintiff is disputing the PPO. We have a PPO hearing in April. We would at least like to get through that and have my client remain in the home at that time. So we would request that she be able to stay, because the only reason we're here arguing this motion is because of his actions.
All right, thank you. Regardless of the PPO, the court has to look at, I did not hear it disputed that this asset, this home was premarital in terms of Mr. Alt owning it for significant number of years. And that's clearly a huge issue in this case, and this is a short-term marriage. I also take note that Ms. Alt admits that she makes significantly more money than Mr. Alt.
And she does not admit that. I apologize. I didn't want to cut you off, but she does not make a significant amount more.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Please. Yeah. She just pulled that $200,000 a year number out of nowhere. Because you guys know, guys, what's the one thing that women do who make more than their husbands, right? What's the one thing that they throw in their husband's face? How much money they make. What a demon, man. Yeah, Red Door. He should get alimony. Fact, yeah.
There was 1 year she made a little bit more, but she's been taking care of him for the past couple of years after a car accident. She does not make a significant amount more. And actually the amount of money that she put in was dumped into the house, so that we believe that this house is not.
You guys believe that? That she was paying for things to fix around the house? That she dumped enough money in the house to deserve part of it? What a joke.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Dude, man. Oh, yeah, she's trying to increase the price of the house.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased.
Going to be a premarital asset at all. We're going to be fighting that.
Okay, all right.
No, obviously, Your Honor, we would adamantly disagree.
I obviously, that's what makes a divorce trial.
Exactly.
But we're here on a temporary order. What I will do is I will give Ms. Alt 60 days to vacate the marital home, and he will have exclusive use at that time.
Whoa, wait a minute. Guys, wait a minute. hold on. He was getting cooked until he didn't get cooked. Wait a minute. Did you guys hear it? Hear that? She's giving this broad 60 days to get the hell out of the house. Then he gets his own house back. Wait a minute. Guys, look at that. Wait a minute. This judge is actually kind of based. Guys, what do you think? Guys, do you think that he's going to lose the house? I mean, he's going to at least have to sell it and then give her half? You know what I'm saying? There's no way that he's getting his house in its entirety. Look at that.
Okay. All right. All right.
Not, obviously, Your Honor, we would adamantly disagree.
I obviously that's what makes a divorce trial. But
Exactly.
we're here on a temporary order. What I will do is I will give Ms. Alt 60 days to vacate the marital home, and he will have exclusive use at that time, and then we will work out the rest of it.
Yeah.
And personal property.
Emoji Mister, yeah. I guarantee she's going to destroy the house. She's going to kick the walls, light the place on fire, rub feces everywhere, right? Have her little boy toy tear the place up, and then try and bait him into a DV charge. Facts. Yep, that's true.
Property other than, I mean, furniture is not going anywhere, and it's 60 days from today's date, so I don't get I'm dragging out the temporary order so I can buy myself a month.
It's 60 days from today.
Okay, I'll prepare an order, Your Honor. Actually, I think I already had.
Dude, this is a good lawyer. Guys, give this lawyer here a round of applause. The guy got himself a good lawyer, you know? Here you go.
Attached an order, but I'll add the 60 days in.
And then I did hear some agreement.
Rizai, they don't have any kids. They've only been married for 2 years. They have no children. Emoji Mister said, or she's gonna Amber Turd on his bed. Yeah.
Ms. Rehnquist put on the record.
I think vehicles are agreed upon. I don't think that's a problem. I think non-disposal of assets is agreed upon.
Okay. And then the motorcycle, is that covered with the vehicles?
I didn't have it because it was cold when we did originally filed the motion, but now it's starting to get warm and it's going to last a long time. So my client would like to get the motorcycle. It was his again before the marriage, so I'm not sure why that would be an issue. But
Ms. Rehnquist?
We again are disputing that is a marital asset, the amount of money that has gone into that motorcycle from my client, as well as we're also concerned of him just selling off assets. So we do not believe that should be moved at this time. We think the vehicles are plenty at this point, just to separate the two vehicles.
There's a restraining order that's going to be in place against selling assets. And that's certainly that motorcycle, whatever the value may be, can certainly be set off in the final division of property. So I'm going to award him the motorcycle at this point.
Look at that. And he got his motorcycle. Let's go.
Put that in the order and submit it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good morning.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
All right, guys. Now here we have another one, right? Now this guy, he was about to get cooked. But then he retained a lawyer right before the trial started. Right before, guys. Jabba here ran in and guys saved this guy's ass. Watch. And guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Guys, we have 23 likes. We have 44 people watching, guys. Please stop and take a second. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the join button to be a member so you can be part of the chat. Or hit the StreamYard link, guys, so you can call in, right? This is a call-in show. So, guys, here we go.
Good afternoon. I'm Wendy DeVozo. I'm attorney for defendant Donald Blankenship, and I'm here with Mr. Blankenship.
Okay, thank you. I did not have Mr. Blankenship as represented. Are you making your appearance here today on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. I was just retained, and we've actually filed a motion to set aside the default, but I don't think the court even has it yet.
Okay, let me.
So this mouth-breathing knucklehead got smart right at the last minute and lawyered up, right? And guys, and then she came running into the Zoom call. And then she sits down into that finely crafted chair.
Got one other party here. Let me see if this is
Dorothy Blankenship.
okay. All right, so we'll go on the record in Blankenship versus Blankenship. This is file number 2514710. The record should reflect that both the parties are present by Zoom video. And counsel, again, if you can put your appearance on for the record, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Wendy DeVozo appearing on behalf of the defendant husband, Donald Blankenship. And Your Honor, my P number is 54496. I'm out of Cadillac, Michigan.
Okay, thank you.
So do you see that she set aside the default, meaning that I don't think he was going to fight any of this. There was a default ruling that they were going to do, and someone in his life, I don't know who, told this guy, you need a lawyer the F up. Steve, you heard that, right? Steve, you there? Okay, he's getting his stuff sorted.
This was
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so did you hear that they were going to do the default, and then the lawyer came in at the last minute, set aside the default? You know what I mean? So that means that someone told him to lawyer up, because this hearing was just supposed to just
guys, just walk away.
Yeah, just taking it in the butt. You know what I'm saying? So
for entry of a judgment of divorce by default, and Ms. DeVozo, can you just make a record of how you want to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking the court to actually dismiss the motion for entry of default judgment. First and foremost,
see, guys, you guys think I'm lying? Motion to default judgment. See, that means he was going to unilaterally agree to her terms. Why would anyone do such a stupid thing? Why? How stupid can you be?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Clown world. Steve, so I have a little bit of background noise. Is there like YouTube on in the background or whatever? Can you turn it off? Anything else other than this, guys? Anytime that you join the live, turn off.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Turn off anything other than the stream right here. I'm going to mute you until you figure it out. So yeah, guys, always when the StreamYard opens up, guys, either on your phone or whatever, guys, go back to YouTube and turn it off, right? Like do the thing where you see your multiple screens and just get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is that YouTube always knows how to pick up itself. Or if you're on your laptop and you call on through your phone, turn your laptop off. I mean, turn that exit out of YouTube.
The plaintiff did not serve a proposed judgment of divorce on Mr. Blankenship according to the court rule 3.210B4A.
Is that any better?
I can still hear something in the background. So just look on your screens and see what apps you have open on your screens and close YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So.
But in fact, her motion says that she did. So we have no idea what she's asking the court to accept, for starters. Secondly, I was just retained and I filed, or on its way to the court, is a motion to set aside the default, the filing fee, and a response to today's motion.
Look at how mad the ex-wife is. Look at how mad she is. Guys, she thought she was going to get away with this. She thought that she was going to win. Guys, look at she said he got a lawyer. He actually retained counsel, which is his right to do.
How dare you?
Clown world.
As well as my appearance. We are asking that the court set aside the default. The parties were actually working together and in fact had ironed out some terms, and Mr. Blankenship did prepare and I'm going to use the word file in quotes, filed an answer with Ms. Blankenship. And I've got a receipt dated April 1st, 2025, where he mailed that to her and had shared that with her. But meanwhile, she went to the court and got a default. So I think that if the court hears the motion, there's good cause to show that the default should be set aside. Additionally, this is a long-term marriage. Mr. Blankenship is disabled and he is going to need his fair share of the marital estate. And so there are some important issues to decide here. So I know my motion's not before the court, but as far as request for a default judgment today, we're asking that that be dismissed for all of the above reasons.
All right, thank you. Ms. Blankenship, what is your position on this?
I would like to get this done. He may have mailed that on April 1st, but he did not serve me. I did not pick that up until the 14th. So well over the allotted time as far as that. And as far as, yes, most of the stuff we have agreed on, we have come to an agreement upon. The only thing that I am asking is regarding the equity of the home. We refinanced the home in 2022. At that time, Donald and myself both got half of the equity. He took the entire equity, had it placed into an account that was in his name only that I was not aware of. He had to then re-give me the half back that we agreed upon. So the equity has already been split. It was split in January of 2022 when we refinanced the home. There's also a matter of, we had ice damage in February just before filing, which Don had took it upon himself, even though he wasn't staying here, or fixed the roof, to file a claim against the home.
He should have taken all that equity and said, and been down to Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Insurance.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah, that's better. I can hear you now. So, what's up, man?
When did women get so evil, man? I remember the 80s were pretty cool.
Well, I can tell you, I honestly believe that men are inherently selfless, and women by nature are selfish because they have to survive, right? Think about it. They have to survive, and they have to men ultimately, in the grand scheme of evolution, we are expendable and they aren't. Because one man on an island full of 100 chicks can have a bunch of kids, but not vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But religion, politics, and social norms have basically conditioned them to be more selfless back in the day. This, and practicality too, like that nature, war, famine has made women actually have to be more selfless, right? Now all that's gone. Now in the West, we have so much abundance. These women will have the ignorance and the arrogance of abundance, right? And now that selfish nature is coming out, you know?
Yep.
And that there's nothing's gonna right the ship until we have some type of event of some kind, another war, famine, whatever, or we do just what they do on intervention. Steve, you ever watch Intervention?
Yeah. Yes,
The
I
show.
have, actually.
We know how an intervention creates a artificial rock bottom. You know?
Yep.
That's what men minding their own business is going to do. Men walking away and letting society plummet is basically gonna be an intervention.
Hey, AJ, we've talked in private, and I walked away 15 years ago out of disgust, and seeing younger guys actually seeing the real deal here. I hate to say it, but the risk versus return ratio for a guy to get married right now, it's literally you're putting your whole rest of your life in danger.
Yeah,
by getting married. So
and you're letting the government into your life. So it's like you're getting in the ring against an opponent that has the ref and the judges and the crowd all against you. And you have one arm tied behind your back.
This is why I'm always saying, and I understand some people can't do this, but if you're capable of buying some land, you know, and slowly building out a homestead. For me at least, and I'm 60, so for me at least, it's the best thing where, okay, you can save money growing your own food, you could get exercise, you can have peace and solitude, and it's you know, run for the hills, man. I'm on the top of the mountaintop, but just bring some of those tires that AJ has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but isn't it funny, Steve, how you're in your 60s, you're self-sufficient, but there's one think about the inability for all these chicks that claim to be strong and independent, right? The inability to take care of themselves. They don't know how growing food works. They can't cook. They can't fix anything. They can't build anything at all. And this is why when there's things that happen, if there's another bout of some type of disease or anything, and it's worse than what we have, guys, men will be just fine. Jessica, what's up, dude? Switzerland's in the house, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, the Swiss banker. Show me the money! Hey, Steve. So the next case we'll look at, this chick, she's 72, and she's been getting $5,800 a month in alimony, and now they're gonna stop it. She's gonna cry. So let's get back to this.
Which will leave me to fix the roof because they denied the claim. Will leave me to fix the entire front portion of the house, the walls, and the floor in the bedroom. So as far as equity, I don't think it should be split 50-50 like he is saying. I think that the equity has already been taken out of the home. And I'm left with a lot of cleanup. We cut 10 acres worth of pine due to the pine beetle, and he received half of that money as well. Is that myself? And then also, he has significant amount of garbage on the property that will take multiple dumpsters to clean up, which I sent to you and him in evidence. Okay. He didn't believe that my divorce papers, and he stated to me that I did not believe that I filed for divorce, and that was his reasoning to me for not responding in a timely manner.
Oh, boo-hoo.
How the property should be divided up, and certainly the court will take into account your side of things, just as I will Mr. Blankenship's side of things. In terms of moving forward today, under the law, the court is required to make sure that any judgment that's entered in a divorce case is fair and equitable.
Right, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Yeah, the court's there to make sure divorces are fair and equitable, please.
Even if the default were to go forward, any judgment that was entered, the court would still be required to make that consideration. So in light of that, in light of the issues that both sides have raised here today, and without making a decision about whether the court will or won't set aside the default yet, the court cannot enter a judgment of divorce today, in my view. So, Ms. DeVozo, did you get a hearing date already for my office?
We're working on it. We did make an attempt to, but we haven't heard back from the court. So we'll continue to get that, to work on that and get the soonest date we can, so we can get this moving forward. Okay. I don't think anybody wants to.
His car insurance up until the last facilities of this year. So I have been left to pay every single bill in this home. He has left all of his responsibilities.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Onto me, leaving me with $600 electric bills and a house payment, and his phone bill up until this last month, his car insurance up until the last month, and everything else. So he has took every dollar of income that he has and used it for himself.
Okay.
And what was she doing the whole
to retain the attorney?
Say again?
What was she doing the whole marriage? Milking every damn dollar she could off.
Every single penny out of him, dude. You know what I'm saying? And guys, this is I tell you guys, all the craziness about divorce, right? This is all because of no fault divorce. You know, guys, look, people act a lot differently when they know that they have to stay married. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. There's a different type of behavior knowing that you can't weasel your way out of things, you know? Well, guys,
AJ, can I, there's one important thing being older in my years. And, I'd say my 15 to 45, I was falling in lust. Okay. Not love. And, guys, it's up to us to not fall for the poontang trick.
Yeah.
And you know, in 5 years, you're gonna have an AI robot that can cook, clean, mow your lawn, and you know, me at my age, I really don't give a rat's ass anymore. You know what I'm saying? But if you want companionship, get a dog.
Did you guys see this TikToker? She was on some like parasail thing, and then she unbuckled the seatbelt to try and like film herself for TikTok and fell and passed away. What a dunderhead. Hold on. I don't know if I can show this. Look at that, guys. She's in the air. Ah, she's cooked. She fell. So look. So she took the life vest off. Okay. And she unbuckled the seatbelt thing. She's like, what? Pretty far up in the air. You know what I'm saying? And then she falls. Watch this. Because she wants to film a TikTok and cooked. Well, that sucks for you, you dunderhead. No, guys, come on. That's fine. Oh man, look at that, guys. Look at that. A lot of these problems solve themselves, right? Right, guys? Okay, here we go.
Apparently.
Okay. If all of that is true, then that's certainly going to make a difference in how things are divided up. So, you know, the only thing I would say, Ms. Blankenship, is you may want to consider retaining your own counsel.
I guess I will have to.
Look at that. Look at how mad she was. See? You got a lawyer? You actually did the right thing? And you got a lawyer?
How dare you? That's why I was trying to move forward. We do still agree on everything. I'm not sure why he retained a lawyer other than the house. That's the only thing. He wants half of the house, and I was leaving that in your decision to make. He has also assets that he did not report, even when he responded. His drag car that he claims is a 1963 split window vet, worth considerable amount of money, not the $2,000 he claimed. He also has a 1985 square to body pickup truck that is—
Guys, this is why you never let chicks know your financial business, man. You know, they will try and put all your business out there.
Is his friend Joe Steele's residence or his place of work at Extreme Automotive, as well as a 72 soft top Nova. He's also removed items from the property since the divorce, and he has stolen items since the divorce.
Your Honor.
Well, look, this is, I'm not making any decisions today, Ms. Blankenship. I understand that's your position. As I sit here, I have no idea what what has gone on so far. So all of that's going to have to be hashed out either by agreement of the parties or through court proceedings. So again, Ms. Blankenship, it may be in your best interest to consult with an attorney here so that you can make sure that your rights are protected. As it is, we're going to proceed, Ms. DeVozo, with your motion to set aside the default. The court will make a ruling.
Look at how
on that.
pissed off she is. Look at how pissed off she is, guys. Look at that right there. Look at that, guys.
No, I think I'm just emotional. Why don't you
Jessica, what's up, dude?
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Jessica, question for you. Did you see on that live stream that one time where we were looking at Finland and there were these I don't know what kind of immigrants that they were, but they were like African descent, and somehow they were like in the Finnish Senate or whatever, and they're like, we need to have more representation. It's Finland. 98% of Finland is Finnish. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How?
Does that surprise you? That's the left. The left.
But here's the thing that just drives me insane, right? Because there's a guy who I follow on TikTok, and his name was like Britannia Burning or whatever, and he talks about how English people need to be proud of being English and get the migrants out, blah blah blah. What is this weird obsession with diluting the European culture and ethnicities?
Can I answer that?
Hold on. They don't have this standard for Asia. The Japanese say we don't want anyone here that's not Japanese. Koreans say the same thing. Chinese say the same thing. The Vietnamese say the same thing. But the moment that the Finns or the French or the Belgians, it doesn't make, they can't do it. Why? It's ridiculous. What were you saying?
No, I'm saying this is clearly the consequences of the left and the women voting for policies which are damaging to their country and to their own let's say standard of living, and they have no clue because they live this fairy tale of Disney. They think that diversity is like the best thing since sliced bread. And that there's only good things that may come of it because diversity is rich, and that reminds me, there was one famous let's say discussion where someone asked, please tell me one of the advantages of diversity, and what do you think happened to that man? Did he get an answer or did he get death threats?
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
So
they don't have a lot of diversity here. It's just Finns and Finns and Finns, and everywhere you look, they're just Finns.
It's Finland! It's fucking Finland! What are you talking about? Jessica, say something, dude, please.
Dude, I was no, it's maddening that you cannot answer them, because I would scream in their face exactly the same words you just said. I would scream.
You're Swiss. That's your ethnicity. You are not a white person. You are Swiss.
Yeah.
White
well,
is
I'm both.
No. Because think of this. Let's think about this. We aren't talking about nationality. We're talking about ethnicity. Okay.
Yeah, national identity. I'm Swiss. Yes.
Yes, but ethnically, you are Swiss also.
Well, ethnically, I don't know if ethnically you speak about countries, more so regions. No. I would say I'm Western European, maybe. No.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing about England, right? 1,000 years ago, they spoke English in England. Their culture is English, in the same way that German. Think about the Chinese, right? Like they speak Mandarin, yes, but the Chinese is an ethno-national identity, just like the Mongols and the Vietnamese, right? Well, the Europeans are the same way. Germans have been Germans for 1,000, 1,500 years. Just like the Japanese have been Japanese.
Well,
but for some reason, the racial term of white that comes from mostly America, because we don't have an ethno-nationalist identity here, but anyone can come here and become American. Like, you can come to America, Jessica. You can get your American citizenship. You are American. But I cannot move to Switzerland and be Swiss. I can't do it. Even if I'm a Swiss, even if I'm a Swiss citizen, I'm not Swiss. I'm not. So people take that white identity and bring it over to Europe, and that's not the case, because they don't call themselves Asian in Asia. They call themselves Chinese, Japanese, Korean. So why would you call yourself white in Europe? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense because most, let's say, the majority of people in Europe are white. So it's like saying the sky is blue in a way.
No. Once again, we are conflating two things here.
Maybe, and I'm not an expert on this topic. So
No.
please,
In America, we don't go by ethnicity. We go by our national identity first, and then our race after that.
Yes.
So you Hispanic, Asian, Black, and white comes from.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
When you say like AJ, describe yourself, you'd say I'm a Black American.
Yes.
Or you'd say like this, or you're an American.
Yes, I'm a Black American.
You're a Black American. So you say first that you're. So can I say I'm a white Swiss citizen?
No, because if someone says that you're Swiss, we assume that you're ethnically Swiss. Because the majority of Swiss people in your country are
white.
Swiss. No. Okay, I can never be Swiss.
Because of your parents, your origins. That's why, or because of your place of birth.
In the same way that think about British and English are two different things, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because British encompasses British blacks, British Pakistanis, whatever. But English is the ethnicity, is ethnically English in the same way that someone's ethnically Mongolian. But what happens is that there's been this weird exportation of the American racial class system to Europe, saying Germans, French, English, Scots are all white people. They have nothing. You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't cram.
No. It's true.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. But we don't have that standard for Asia. We don't say Chinese, Japanese, Koreans are all the same, but people will say that Swiss, Swedes, Germans, English are all just white people.
No, it's a mistake to say that.
Differences,
Only people who have an agenda, like the left does, would say something like that just to muddle the waters.
Yes.
And just to make their own, let's say, incoherent garbage agenda seem like it's acceptable and mainstream.
And it's not.
It's not.
I believe every ethnicity, because this doesn't apply to America because we don't go by ethnicity, right? Every ethnicity has their right to their own ethno identity. There's nothing wrong with with English and Welsh or Scots or Germans saying we would prefer if our country, the most of the people sounded like us and look like us. I don't see an issue with.
Sorry, AJ. Sorry to cut you off. I have a little problem here at home. I'll mute my mic. Sorry, and I'll be
all right, man. Yeah, guys. But look, so this is in Finland. Finland needs diversity. Think about that.
It's a bit difficult to blend in here.
Supposed to, guys. Jessica and I can't go to Mongolia and be like, there is too many Mongolians. We do not fit in. That's not how she sounds, but you know.
But I think that's something that is solvable in the near future because more and more immigrants are coming here.
Ridiculous. Clown world. Now, guys, let's go to this other case here, guys. Look at this. Guys, she's been paying $5,800 a month in spousal support for 33 years. Let's do the math on that, guys. Shall we? Shall we? Times 12 times 33. Guys. Anyone want to guess how much money that he's been paying her, guys? I just did the math. Matter of fact, let's do it again. Guys, what is going on? Guys, that's 2.296. But sorry, that's $2.2 million, guys. $2,296,800. Is my math wrong? Hold on. Did I do this wrong? 5,800. And times that by 33. Yeah, guys, I have 2.2 million. So if my math is off, let me know. Hell yeah, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. And guys, make sure to hit the membership button so you can be in the chat, guys, or hit the StreamYard link so you can join the call, man. This is a call-in show. Thanks to all you guys that call in. But hell yeah, man, what's up, dude? Yeah, guys, Reza is correct, guys. Even the Japanese born outside of Japan who speak Japanese are not considered Japanese. So here we go.
He wants to just discontinue paying spousal support when I've been the housewife for over 33 years.
In the matter of the marriage of Kathy Ann Pauls and John Albert Pauls, case number 2024 DM 349. The petitioner, Kathy, appears apparently representing herself at this point.
Representing herself. Look at that, guys. Representing herself.
You stupid woman! Previous attorney having withdrawn from this case.
God, you see that, guys?
Riley.
You hear that? Her previous attorney ran out of there. He said, I don't want any part of this.
Broyles appears as counsel for John in this case, who apparently is appearing in the office of his attorney by Zoom. This matter comes before the court at this time for a pretrial conference. The court does have respondents' pretrial questionnaire. Appreciate that, counsel. Your client's position is clear to the court. Kathy, I don't have a pretrial questionnaire from you.
Of course not.
I didn't know I needed to give one.
All right.
And that's why you get a lawyer, you dunderhead. Hey, Black Bill Daniels. Hey, so you getting married anytime soon?
Nope.
Look at this guy is old as dirt. This guy up here, he's so old he has Jesus' pager number and he's in court for friggin' alimony. Look at that, dude.
You had an opportunity to look at the respondent's pretrial questionnaire.
Briefly. I do have issues, though.
Okay, have you communicated your issues to Ms. Broyles?
We tried when I had an attorney before, but the numbers on like Morgan Stanley and everything else, it keeps changing. So I wanted you here as a witness to everything. I wanted to ask questions of like it's ridiculous. The difference.
Okay, what's ridiculous?
He has listed like the Celica and the Cadillac as assets, and those were gifts. And
Yeah, right. Red was right. She's like 70 something. and she's still bleaching her hair blonde.
A pot smoking slut.
And yeah, someone said, how is she a housewife if she's divorced? Yeah.
The original amounts that were on listed, like the Morgan Stanley it was originally 820,432 and 11 cents, and now it's 800,758.55 cents. That's almost a difference of $20,000. And the portfolio management, there's a difference of almost 15. And the UMA 48.
You know what's crazy, guys? This knuckleheaded broad is putting all of his financial business out there for the world to see. Isn't that crazy? All because she wants alimony. 33 years.
97. There's a difference of almost, well, a little over 7,100.
All right, can you explain these discrepancies, Ms. Broyle?
Yes, to a degree, Your Honor. So the original amounts that we had listed were from a old spreadsheet, and then we were able, from Morgan Stanley, and then we were able to obtain more accurate information from Morgan Stanley with updated statements, and so we updated the spreadsheets accordingly. The first couple spreadsheets, we didn't have all of the information we needed, but since that time, we have received the correct information. And I believe, I have to double check my emails, I believe we provided that information to Ms. Polz's previous attorney way prior to her withdrawal in the case, Your Honor.
Right. Is there consistency in the valuation date on this spreadsheet?
Yes, I believe there, as close as we can get it, Your Honor, there should be.
Okay.
Okay, well, wait a minute. The date. Let's see. On this spreadsheet, it was January 28th of 25. When was the last?
I mean, at trial, I'm happy to provide all of the supporting documentation that supports the figures that are on our spreadsheet. So I don't want to box myself into a corner by making statements. I don't have the statements. I wasn't prepared to fully discuss those today. So.
All right.
And
so you're requesting this court establish a valuation date, essentially of date of filing, which would relate back to September of 2024. Is that correct, Ms. Broyles?
Yes, Your Honor. I will say,
guys.
Is there any problem with that being the valuation date, Kathy?
No, not at all. But the numbers have changed. I mean, even the one that I received today have changed since January.
That's how the stock market goes, you moron.
Right. I'm not surprised that account values would change even on a monthly basis. Either they're going to go up or down.
Absolutely. But it was ordered by the court for accounts to be frozen at the November 1st.
You can't freeze the stock market, you dumb. Guys, how stupid is this person right here? If the accounts are frozen, that means that there's no access. And guys, this knucklehead can vote, man.
Court date.
Has there been invasion of these accounts?
there has not, Your Honor. I would assume that any changes are as a result of the market changing. These are investment accounts.
All right, that certainly seems logical.
Dummy.
Okay. So also the money that he took out of the checking account when he was issued the restraining order and gave it to Morgan Stanley, that needs to be put back. I was supposed to be issued $75,000 in difference because of what was sent to Morgan Stanley. It was half of what he had sent to Morgan Stanley as an investment. And I never got that back. As well as he wants me to give him the house. And He's talking about his father's Cadillac or Corvette, which I have no issues in just.
And I'm going to establish 14 days from today's date for you to give a formal response to Ms. Broyles on the issues on the pretrial questionnaire.
Okay.
If it could be done in a manner that she could understand, you might even just take a copy of it.
Good luck with that.
Write your comments on it. I'm not going to tell you what format to use, but if you've got an issue with what her proposals are, you let her know what those issues are. and why.
Okay.
Line of
So noted. Again, she's not under oath. It's not testimony. She may have a basis for what she's saying and she may not. I'm not going to try to sort that out today. Just be careful what you say here, Kathy. I just hope that if you are going to make accusations, you got proof to back it up.
I do.
Okay. That's the kind of thing that we sort out at the trial. At least right now, I don't have a real perception that there's anything that's undisputed. If so, very little. We've got issues regarding property valuation, property division, perhaps spousal support.
Mm-hmm.
Those issues still exist.
You know, the fact of the matter is I just wanted it to be fair and equal.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And reasonable. I mean, he wants to just discontinue paying spousal support when I've been the housewife for over 33 years. So, yeah.
Are you capable of rejoining the workforce?
No.
Oh, please!
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Get the fuck out of here. Guys, I try to not swear. I really, really, really do. Guys, what the fuck? Guys, I swear these daytime lives make me cuss, dude. What the fuck? Dude, they're children. They're children. Black Pill Daniel, say something.
I don't know, man. She could easily join the workforce. She could be a secretary and whatnot. Payroll, women can easily get jobs.
Dude, Walmart's always hiring. She can be marking people's receipts at Walmart. What are you talking about?
Because I pretty much gave up my mobility, having children, raising those children.
Come on.
The detective determined that was a lie.
I used to get ablations on my lower back. They give 8 different sections of my lower back. I can't afford that anymore. And I had to quit jobs because of the pain. I do not take pain medicine. I do not drink. So, yeah, there's not much I can do.
Guys, do you believe that? Does anyone believe this, right?
I've had surgeries. I've had my left knee replaced 3 times, my right once.
Please, what is she freaking Jason Bourne? Like, what are you talking about? Why would she need her knee replaced 3 times?
She had like she was in a WWE ring.
I've had 7 different surgeries.
You better get a paper out.
All right, Ms. Broyles, unfortunately, this court does not have May or June trial dates to offer. In fact, I think that the most viable trial date that I can offer at this point would be Tuesday, July 29. Mandy, would you check that to make sure nothing else got scheduled very recently here? Tuesday, July 29.
that would work for me, Your Honor.
Very well. We'll establish Tuesday, July 29, 9 o'clock a.m. Courtroom B, in person, Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas. I'm going to establish a deadline for providing of an exhibit notebook. Broyles, Kathy, you're going to have to provide to the opposing party your exhibit notebook by 5:00 p.m. on Friday, July the 25th. I would ask, I suppose since we're doing it in person, I don't necessarily need it in advance, but I want the opposing party to have their exhibits provided to do that.
Okay.
That is if there are any documents that you intend to introduce.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of get the impression that you might.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your decision to represent yourself in this case?
I am going to try and find counsel. I don't know if I can afford any. So,
Of course, the whole sob story,
yeah,
guys.
it'll probably be myself then.
Your Honor, for the record, she's receiving $5,800 of spousal payments a month.
I've also been jumping around from hotel to hotel because I did not want to stay here. And this court case has been
Guys, look at this chick.
You stupid woman.
drug out for so long that I finally found a place to stay. So as soon as I can save a little bit, then yes, I will most definitely find some counsel.
Okay, it's just that we do need to have an end to this case. I agree with you that
Absolutely.
it's been pending long enough.
Exactly.
And we've established a firm trial date in person on July 29th.
Okay.
And you've got a couple of months here to get your house in order and everything prepared.
Right.
We'll expect both parties to be ready to present evidence to try to work toward finalizing this case on July the 29th.
Absolutely.
Okay. And remember about that 14 days to get your position in writing to Ms. Broyles.
Okay, which
What a
means
joke.
my position, what do you mean?
On the issues that she's laid out in her pretrial questionnaire, her client's position on, I think, all
Okay.
the issues in the case.
Okay, I got you. All right.
If
Okay.
that isn't okay with you,
No, that's fine. I
then
will.
you need to make sure she knows exactly what parts of it you're disputing and what your position in return would be.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's only fair because you already know
Oh,
that
yeah.
they need to know your side.
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. Trial date again, Tuesday, July the 29th, starting at 9:00 a.m., courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center. All right, Ms. Broyles, anything else that the court needs to address at this time?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. Would you like me to file a pretrial conference order?
Essentially, what would you include in this order since
Just
you
the
don't really
deadline.
have, excuse me,
I apologize for interrupting. Your
go
Honor.
ahead.
Just the deadlines and the trial date. So that's
Please do so, counsel. I think that would be helpful for purposes of stating it in the record.
Okay.
So thank you. I appreciate your efforts in that regard. All right, Kathy, anything further we need to address at this time?
The transcript from the trial on November 1st.
Okay, that was a hearing, not a trial, but
Well,
you can order that from the court reporter, but you'd have to make
Okay,
the
that-
appropriate deposit for their preparation.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Very well then. If there's nothing further then, this matter will currently be in recess and this meeting may be ended for all at this time.
There it is, guys. All right, guys. Well, here, I'm going to open up the chat, guys, and we'll switch gears. Because, guys, here we guys, we always say, don't date nurses, don't date lawyers, right? But, guys, don't date teachers either, man. You know what I'm saying? But right here is the reason why. Here we go. Let's change this up here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the super chat button. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for all you guys that are here doing the day shift. I appreciate that. Probably have another one of these this week. Yeah, guys.
That's the sound of the police.
Traffic stop. The driver complied by stopping the vehicle, but immediately exited and began walking away.
Hey, stay inside your car. No, get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Ma'am. I just saw you get out of the car. Me too. Nope.
What do you
back to the car. Back to the car.
I was never in my
back to the car.
I was never in my car. As she's walking away from her car, you absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
What is going on? Why?
Put you in handcuffs.
Do not touch me.
Walk back to your car.
Do not touch me.
Walk back to your car.
Do not touch me.
Walk back to your car.
I'm not scared of you.
I just want you to get out of your car.
Call another officer.
I
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Walk back to your car,
Okay,
please.
call another officer.
Walk back to your car,
Call
please.
another officer.
Walk back to your car, please.
Okay, my
That's all
car's
I'm
right
asking.
there.
Walk back to your car, please.
My
That's all
car's
I'm
right
asking
there.
you, okay?
My
Let's walk.
car's right there.
Come on.
My car's right there.
I understand that.
My
Let's-
car's right there.
Guys, take a shot every time she says my car is right there.
My car's right
put you in
there.
handcuffs.
You're not touching me
I
because
will.
I'm not detained. I
will.
was never pulled over. I'm not
I just-
stupid.
I just
I'm not
stopped you
stupid.
right there for improper
No, you
passing.
did not.
Improper
And don't
passing.
spit in my mother face.
This is not going to go well for you.
Do not put
Come
your
on.
hands
Walk
on
back
me.
to your car.
I just you wanted to be in that sweet girl with Ken. Don't put your hands on me.
Walk back to your car, please.
Don't.
Black pill. Do you even talk to B-dubs? I mean, I'm allergic to him at this point. But why would any person in their right mind choose to voluntarily deal with a B-dub? Why? Joe, what's up, dude? RH is here. Good to see you, man. Guys, I'm telling you, guys, the number one group of people that you should just keep out of your orbit is B-dubs of any kind.
I do all the time. I don't even speak to them.
Yeah, me neither.
Put your motherfucking hands on me.
I'm just asking you to walk back
okay.
to your car.
Walk back to your shit. Don't.
We're right
Can you
here.
imagine if this was a guy doing this to him? This cop?
Put your hands
Walk back
on
to your car,
me.
please.
Do not
Walk back
put
to your
your
car,
hands
please.
on me. Do not put your fucking
Don't tell me
hands
if you
on
want.
me. And I know you just fucking heard me. Don't put your hands on me. I can run off
Get
and do
another
whatever the
unit.
fuck I want to
Chase
do.
Elementary, please.
Guys, the glasses say it all, right?
With your dumb ass.
Come back here.
Shoot him. Why? Do not fucking run up on me. You ain't pull me over.
Yes, I did.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Come 841. Have him step it up, please.
You did not pull me the fuck over.
Get
the
back
fuck
to your
away
car.
from
No,
me.
come on.
Don't put your fucking hands on me. Do not
Get back to
put
your
your
car.
fucking hands on me.
Guys, why? Why? Oh yeah, Damon, this is real. This is real. Hold on. Absolutely insane.
Get back to your car. Get back to your car.
Guys, think of this. Think about how white chicks and Asians and Hispanics, they when they ask for help, they do it in like a more feminine way, and guys are like, oh my God, there's a woman in trouble, right? That's why a lot of white chicks and Asians can actually talk their way out of tickets. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't fuck up my boyfriend. B-dubs aren't capable of doing that. And then they wonder why they're the most unprotected group of people. Why would anyone protect this?
I got a female. Get back to your car.
Do it.
Negative.
Do
It's on
it.
a traffic stop. Yep. Non-compliant. Get back to your car.
Can you imagine you're just trying to sleep and this B-dub is acting stupid? It is 11:15. No. What is it? No, it's 8:15. No, 9:15.
Get back to your car. Get back to your car. Get back to your car. Back to your car. Back to your car. Back to your car.
Don't touch me.
Get back to your goddamn car. That's what I'm asking you right now.
No,
Let's go.
Don't. Stop.
Okay.
I'm on a cosmic. I'm not stupid.
You're not free. You're not free to go. You're not free to go. You are not free to go.
Get her on the ground and handcuff her.
Stop.
It's about time.
It's time.
You're not moving. You're done.
Out of what?
Stop.
Just stop.
I can't get out. I can't get out.
Yeah, you're not getting
Oh my
out.
God, I can't get out.
Stop.
I can't get out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Relax.
can't get out. All three of you are white hunkies. Now what? Size up behind.
Stop moving.
Keep thrusting.
Do you have anything illegal on you?
They're children, guys. Children.
Your mom's dildo.
Throw her to the one side. Matt, you want to pat her down, make sure she doesn't have anything.
Make sure the lady does it before I beat your ass.
Stop. Stop.
Thank you. I'm gonna do it. I just hate. Can you ask me questions? Do you see the hair in my face? What do you do? Get the hair out of my face so I can see you.
You don't need to see us.
I can't breathe. I can't
And yet she's yelling. Isn't it funny how that works?
breathe with the hair in my face. When you get, can you see
I got you.
Okay, then move.
All right. Let's go.
Church. I just told you I came from yoga, stupid. Do you see pockets? You see black.
Stop.
You're now.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, stupid $1,000 bag. Put your head in it. Put your head in it, like I said.
Just be done.
Put your head in it, like I said. And I dare scratch.
Do not kick.
I dare scratch. I dare scratch. I dare scratch.
What is she even talking
I dare
about?
scratch. I dare scratch.
All right.
I dare scratch. Getting pulled over on the ground. Which one? Can't wait.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Telling you, they should be allowed to give one good stomp. A quarterly stomp. You know what I'm saying?
Good. All right. We're gonna stand you up.
All right,
My
let's
car
go
and
Vegas.
walking away. The police officer threw me on the ground and I yelled for help. Everybody within 5 miles heard me yell for help. Everybody got a camera. So it don't matter how mad I am. You don't never put your hands on me if I'm not detained. I know the law. I'm not saying I teach for no reason, you stupid. It's justice. A ticket or I'm going to jail.
Oh, yeah, you're going to
Oh
jail
my
now.
God, no. Why? Why am I going to jail?
She said, "Oh my God, no! Why am I going to jail?" Look at
Oh,
that.
now.
Because you fought with the police.
I did not. I have video of me walking away before he got out of his car. What are you talking about?
Yeah, guys, come on.
He died. That's how you guys did. That's how he died. Juneteenth. So this is how this person died. So you're being recorded. Juneteenth. Yeah.
I did not fight with the police. He waited for you to get here. What are you talking about? So how am I fighting with the police if I'm on the ground?
What are they dealing with?
How am I fighting with the police if I'm on the ground?
Okay.
Because everybody knows a black girl's on the ground. I gotta go to jail. I got a fucking Portillo selling in these people. Are you guys gonna clean that shit up? But I gotta go to jail? For what?
Her phone real quick. All that stuff.
I was quiet when the other guy pulled up. And he
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
threw me on the
You have any
No,
injuries?
no.
Very
I don't know what to do. Understanding. What do I do?
Man, the Ponytail Patrol can get it, man. How you doing? You know?
Hold on. Is this okay? I don't know what to do. How do I get in? I've never.
Just sit down.
That ass heard the door. Why wouldn't he look and say, "Do you need help?" Excuse me. Can you please move the hair off the seatbelt? I can't breathe because it's fake hair.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll
I have
move it for you.
asthma. I can't breathe with it in my face.
I'll move it for you, okay?
Thank you. That's what he did when I was on the street. He just looked.
Here, I'm going to move it for you, okay?
And a no pass. She was also cited for.
Your actions dictated everything that happened.
The woman was charged with resisting arrest, obstructing a peace officer, and assault. She was also cited for disobeying a no passing zone and for improper parking on a roadway.
Good.
A mandatory court date was scheduled for all charges. Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe.
All right, you guys, we're at the hour-and-a-half mark. I'll shut this bad boy down. Guys, I appreciate you. I'll be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. Hey, BPD, thanks for calling in, buddy. Appreciate you.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
guys.
See you later. Bye.
Take it easy.